You'll probably have some editing because I'm not very fluent, especially in front of a camera yet. You got intro? Hey guys, it's Joshy Poo from...
No, you got this.
All right, it's Jeremy and Josh here with Klein Energy Services, and we're here at Adam's property doing some land thinning. We ended up Friday, we had stuff dropping like flies out here. Just about every machine we were running, we ended up with a breakdown. The skidder here, we got a hydraulic pump that went out, and ASV got a line that started leaking between the hydraulic motor and where the hoses go into the back of the attachment. And then Bill had some operator abuse and decided to jam a stick down the cylinder of the grapple. So we got some work to do here. Going to be trying to get everything back rolling and let you guys follow along as we work on everything. So with the excavator and grapple, we decided to just bring another attachment from the shop. Makes it a little quicker than out here in the field trying to do cylinder repairs and all that. And we have a handful of these grapples, varying styles and whatnot of grapples. So we're just going to swap one out here. It shouldn't be too big of a fix, but it's just the simplest way for time here. So we think what we got going on is there's two possibilities. There was some bark jammed in the cylinder of the grapple here. So I don't know if some debris got inside of it and is causing the cylinder to not hold pressure open. The other option is in the rotator. There's some seals in there that separate your fluids for opening and closing and rotating. So either we had seals go out in the rotator, or something with that cylinder went bad inside. So we'll probably hook a good cylinder up to it, see if it acts the same way. If it doesn't, we know it's in the rotator.
I got it quite shut off the way.
See if we got it right.
I'm going to take it off.
That's backwards.
That's backwards.
I know that's not right. They're on the wrong function and everything. We got the excavator done, so Bill is heading up into the woods to keep on working while we work on the skidder and the ASV. Oh. You're gonna have to edit all my grunts out. There it moved. Pretty simple repair. Just the old skidder, it's pretty basic. We got two lines coming into it, two bolts. It's ran off of a shaft in the back directly off the flywheel, so pretty simple repair to do as far as pulling it off and putting the new one on. I just throw them up here while we work. It's fine. 19 millimeter. Either another socket.
Can you fit a deep well in there?
I think so. I can't out here. If you got a good point, go ahead and break it loose. Oh, there you go.
I probably can get it with my hand though. All right. It almost looks like a
13
13 or something.
wrench. You gave me a 15. 13.
Oh!
14.
14?
Yeah. You can start tugging on it and see if it starts.
There it goes. I need that other one. Oh, there it goes.
We're gonna try to drain the hydraulic tank and make sure that there's no debris inside the tank that might have caused the pump to go out. And never tap on a ratchet. It was already broke. We're gonna have to get a breaker bar.
You got it. Just a little more commitment.
No. I can commit all I want if I don't got the strength. Nope.
Do you have a breaker bar?
This could be an epic disaster.
You got it.
Oh my word. Get that bucket ready and just... Oh. Okay, go for it. I wore some on that one. Do we have another bucket ready?
It'll be full. Or empty, I think.
Okay. You can see a little bit of like metal reflection there. You can see it swirl through the oil. Even going into the bucket, you can see it too. Got this hydraulic pump all pulled out now, and we gotta run and grab a new one. They're gonna take a look at the old one and make sure we're getting the right issue fixed here. So we're gonna jump over to the forestry mulcher, and you can see some oil residue on the attachment there. And these high flow lines go in here, go through a little port, and then run to the hydraulic motor that's under that cover. So somewhere between here and there, we got somewhat of a hydraulic leak. So we're gonna tear into it and see what we can figure out. A couple of these inside of here have a jam nut washer with an O-ring on them. These fittings are the same way. You thread the fitting in, so far, and then there's a jam with a washer on it, and then you run that in. So sometimes those washers go bad and get a pinch in them. So if we're lucky, it'll be that. If not, pulling a line from there to here is a real pain. You'll find that we have, well, I shouldn't say we, Josh and I are probably the more thorough way of doing things, but you'll find in Bill and Shane, they got one tool, and it's two tools, a standard and a metric crescent wrench.
And a sledgehammer.
Yeah, in a sledge, which the crescent wrench, that's a dual purpose. Hammer, anything. Grab a screwdriver, because this is packed. Crazy how that mud vibrates around in there. It just rolls them into... Yeah, exactly.
Harriet has the FR clothing too.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have to wear FR stuff?
Some jobs we're supposed to.
But never do unless we're asked about it.
Yeah, because that bar stuff is expensive.
Yeah. When they ask, we're like, oh, we're supposed to wear it? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we'll see if we can get some here. Just to be clear, there's no danger sticking your arm in there. There's nothing moving in this part of it.
Looks pretty dangerous from here.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like it might be leaking off that. Looks like it might be leaking off that line in the middle somewhere. I think it's rubbed the coating off. That one hose looks like where it rubs in the center of the attachment. It looks like the coating's all wore off of it. Maybe wires are broke on it. If you guys have anything with hydraulics, these right here are one of the greatest things. Amazon carries them. That's where we got this style from. They can be pricey, but hit Amazon up and you can get them cheap. In the middle's where I think you can see it's, I would say that's a problem. So we pulled this other line out, and not sure which line's actually doing the leaking, but either way, neither line are in any good shape. So we're gonna go get them both replaced and should have the issue fixed. So he's headed to go get some new lines and get a new hydraulic pump for the skidder. Meanwhile, Bill and Shane are back in the woods doing some cutting with the excavator, and so we'll run back there and maybe take a look at what they got going on. So we're waiting on my brother Josh to get back with parts so we can get the rest of the equipment rolling. So we're gonna take a walk up here and see what Bill and Shane got going on. We're just continuing with the cutting and stacking logs. That way we can get stuff ready to be skid as soon as we get the skidder rolling. One luxury that most skidder operators don't have is an excavator with a grapple running all the logs out to a skid road. Oh, there's the new hydraulic pump. Nice and shiny for about an hour. Out this side.
Right there.
Wow.
All right, so we got the pump put on the skidder here. We just are waiting for a filter. It'll be here in the morning, and so we're gonna try getting this done here and see what we can do. We gotta push it the whole way up through here and up through where his arm's at, and hopefully get it through there. So
Got it. Hold on. All right, push. Push. Good. You're there.
already covered
There
it.
we go.
Say Josh will figure out how to make that take an hour, so step
Yeah.
aside.
I mean, the sooner you get this done, the sooner I'm gonna have to get back to work. I gotta watch saying this stuff because Josh is gonna watch these.
Yeah, your mic is
The finger pinch part. All right, so it's next morning. We got the hydraulic pump put on. We just got the filter here. We're gonna go ahead and pop that in, do a pressure check on the pump, make sure that our pressures are all right, and should be back rolling. All right, so we got everything back together, filter in, hydraulic fluid in there. So we're gonna go ahead and fire it up, do a pressure check here, and see if we got the right pressure we need. All right, so we got everything back rolling. Everything looks good. We're gonna get back to work, get a few drags out, and see how it runs. All right, so that wraps up our repairs here. Anybody that's worked in the woods kind of knows this is the nature of the work. It's hard on equipment being in the woods. You know, forestry work is definitely some of the hardest on equipment, but it's part of the game. We got everything repaired. Service trailer sure makes it nice to just pull out on site. Got all of our tools and everything to do our repairs. So excavator's rolling. ASV is getting ready to head back to work. Josh is in the skidder. We're gonna go get some work done now.